Hello folks, Bronco Bob here with Texas Best Used Motorcycles right here in beautiful Mansfield, Texas. I'm here today to show you a 1962 Ford Fairlane 500, and this is the two-door post model. This car was built to replicate the vintage Thunderbolts that you would see on the drag strip in the early 60s. This car's been lowered front and rear. It's got Mickey Thompson drag radials on it. It's got the correct Thunderbolt style rear suspension, Yukon axles, 355 Positrack unit, and Yukon gears. The paint is finished in it's kind of a pearl white satin finish, so there's no clear coat. So it kind of gives it the kind of the older look. The door handles, the emblems are all flat black. The interior is done in the same white satin finish with black door panels. It says Fairlane on the door panels. The seats are Pro Car high back racing seats. I like that it has the original Fairlane 500 steering wheel. The speedometer shows 31,000 miles and the speedometer is not working. It also, the gauges have been replaced. None of the factory gauges are connected, but it has a water temperature, oil pressure. The voltmeter does not come on. It was recently converted to a one-wire alternator, so it may just need to be connected. The fuel gauge does work. And then it's got a tachometer and a shift light. The transmission is a top loader 4-speed, which is what these cars would have had back in the day. And the original cars had 427 side oiler engines, the big blocks. This car has a modern day, it's a 351 Dart block, but then it has the steel scat crank stroker kit that makes it a 427. So it's a small block 427, pretty cool motor. And the guy that built the car decided against using the hood pins, and he stayed with the latching mechanism. But I'll show you this engine. But it's got aluminum heads, aluminum intake. It's a Dart block, which is, you guys know what a Dart block is. It's very strong, very high performance. MSD ignition. It's got one of those real deep sump oil pans. Let me get down here. I put it up on a lift. I'll include some pictures. But it's a Canton Racing oil pan, which makes it shallow, but it holds a lot of oil. It's got a sway bar on the front with new bushings, new brake lines. The bumpers are fiberglass to be lightweight and painted. And it's just a cool old car. The Yukon gears are a little bit noisy because there's not a lot of interior insulation. So when you're in fourth gear rolling down the highway, you can kind of hear the gears humming. It's got an Optima battery in the back, in the trunk, but the body is very straight, and I like the all business steel wheels. Like, this car means business. It does have subframe connectors, and I'll show you there's a VIN number stamp right here on the inner fender well. The engine compartment is clean and sanitary. It has a puller fan and an electric pusher fan. Then it's got the signature Thunderbolt hood scoop. Let's start it up and see what she sounds like. The motor doesn't have a lot of time on it. It's just been driven to a couple little drive-in car shows. It's got a Flowmaster exhaust. Definitely got the sound. It has blinkers on the rear, but no blinkers on the front. Get another look at the inside. But it's an all business car, a high performance motor, a 4-speed, 2-door post. And the motor was assembled by a local guy here in Fort Worth. I can get his name, I just don't have it in my memory banks. But the guy is a machinist, and he's well known for putting stuff together and making it right. Car's got a lot of power. It's a lot of fun to drive. I noticed when I was driving it, the brake drums were pulsing a little bit. They're finned. I'm going to have them turned to smooth that out. Close the hood and I'll give you a look at the car with the hood down. And the true Thunderbolt cars, a real one's worth over $100,000. What they did, they took the inside headlight out, and they put screen, and they hooked up air intakes to make like a fresh air intake. And those motors had 2 4-barrels. The side oiler 427. They were monster motors. But thanks for looking. Thanks for your time. If you have any questions, give us a call. I'm Bronco Bob with Texas Best Used Motorcycles. Have a great day. And happy trails to you. I love the stance on this car. How the wheels are tucked up in the fender wells. It's really got a good look. Have a great day.